So team of the season is finally here, and I know for a fact you guys are looking for some cheap ass coins. Well, head over to goldat.com right now and use Gonth at checkout to get yourself a tasty little discount. Yo! What's going on, lads? Today we have a full Premier League transfers team. This team that you're about to witness will be on FIFA 17 playing for their new club. So we've basically got players from all different leagues that have transferred to the Premier League. We've got players from the Premier League who have transferred to other teams in the Premier League. All I'm saying is every player in this team is Premier League. How many times can I fit Premier League in one sentence? I think we can all agree the next season, the Prem is going to be it's going to be mind-blowing. It's going to be one of the best seasons we have ever seen. We've got managers, world-class managers, that have taken over teams. We've got world-class players that have finally come to the Prem. And of course, Leicester are still the holders. Like, what the fuck? But of course, I'm sure you're all dying to see the sort of team that I've put together. So, let's take a look. Now, first off in goal, this is the only player that isn't 100% confirmed. But according to Sky Sports News, it's pretty much done. This is pretty much a done deal. Pogba was spotted in Las Vegas partying his last days of his summer ahead, apparently, of his flight to England this week to finally complete that Juventus to Manchester United transfer. It is pretty much a done deal. I think we all know that Pogba is going to be a Manchester United player in the next few weeks. So, to start us off in goal, we're going with Pogba. And this is what I mean by the Premier League next season. It is going to be mind-blowing. World-class players have come to this league, and I'm excited. Next up, we're going to be going with Victor Wanyama. Now, I'm pretty sure we all know this guy is a very sought-after midfielder. I'm sure Arsenal at one point were after him. Man United at one point were after him. But finally, Tottenham have come in and sealed the deal. Spurs have actually signed the Kenyan international for £11 million. And this guy, I think he's going to have a good future ahead. Next up is the Welsh Xavi, a.k.a. Joe Allen. You like to call him Joe Allen. I have never called him Joe, ever. This guy, to me, is Jesus. He's had a bit of an up-and-down career. He was dubbed as an absolutely spectacular player for Swansea. He went to Liverpool. His career was a little bit meh. In the Euros, he played good some games. Other games, he was non-existent. So hopefully, with his move to Stoke, that could suit him a lot better than Liverpool, because I think we can all admit he didn't have the best time there. But now finally, to complete this defence, it's probably the best of the lot so far. It is N'Golo Kante. And I think we can all agree this guy had a pretty ridiculous season for Leicester. One of the main big reasons he held it down in defence and they won the league was because of this guy. He's big, he's black, and he's strong. And if you mess with him, he'll rape you. This guy has actually joined Chelsea for £32 million. Now that is a pretty big price tag to try and live up to. But like I said, with the season he had last year, he's going to be worth that all day long. He's only 25 years of age. And this guy looks like he has got massive, massive potential. You thought I was going to say something else. You thought I was going to say a massive, massive schlong. But I didn't. Next up is going to be probably Arsenal's biggest signing this season. Hopefully it's not going to be our biggest signing this season, because I want a striker. We've wanted a striker for the last 5 years, and we still haven't had one. But as the majority of you know, Granit Xhaka or Xhaka, however you pronounce that second name, I can never get it right. My pronunciation is horrendous. He joined from Borussia Mönchengladbach. I told you I can't pronounce shit. But this guy did come in for £34 million. We just love buying midfielders. Like, I think Arsene Wenger sits there with his feet up, stroking his willy, going, let's get another midfielder. Why not a striker? And partnering Xhaka is going to be Mkhitaryan. This guy did not have a good season, did he? Racking himself up a 90 rated team of the season blue card on FIFA. That just goes to show the season he must have had. I've never really seen him play much, but I'm going on his FIFA stats. He must have played good. I mean, since Jose Mourinho has come in, he has just gone nuts. He's buying everyone. And for £26.3 million, Mkhitaryan is just another one of his ventures. He's kind of, you know what? We'll have him as well. We'll have Ibra, Pogba, Bailey. We'll have the whole world. They probably won't stop there. They'll carry on buying players. I'm worried for Man United next season. I think they could be a force, and I'm scared. Over onto the wing, it's going to be Jordan Ibe. And I think Liverpool are absolutely crazy letting this guy go. I think he had massive potential. He's young, he's quick, and he puts in a hell of a shift every time I see him play. Bournemouth have actually gone and swooped this guy up for 15 mil. And I think that could be one of Bournemouth's best ever signings, because this guy has got one hell of a bright career in front of him. And over onto the other wing is another very, very good player. He's black, he's fast, and if you mess with him, he'll slap your ass. I've got bars for days. Sadio Mane, unfortunately for you Southampton fans, has left and he's gone on to better things. He's gone to Liverpool, £36 million. Now, that is a pretty big price tag. I mean, I know nowadays football teams are just throwing silly money at any player. Like, do you remember when Andy Carroll was worth 30 mil? But for Sadio Mane to be worth 36, I know he's a good player, but that is a huge price tag. Liverpool have never been shy of going crazy, have they? And it's going to actually be interesting to see what Liverpool do in general next year, because last season, they were garbage. But now finally on to our last three big boys. Three big money players. First off, it's Gundogan. Now this guy has joined the forbidden Manchester City midfield, which is full of just unbelievably great players. But Man City thought, you know what, we'll buy him anyway. We'll spend 21 mil on a midfielder, even though we don't really need him. Gundogan, of course, joining from Borussia Dortmund, having a bit of an up and down season. I mean, one minute he went fat apparently and just didn't play. Next minute, he's scoring goals. One of their best passers of the ball. I'm not sure. I've never seen him play on a regular day-to-day basis. I'm going just off what I heard, but Man City coming in with big money. Hopefully, he can prove himself. But now finally on to two of the most high-profile transfers this season. Ibrahimovic and Batshuayi. Batshuayi? Yeah, Batshuayi. Finally, I got a weird name player right. Batshuayi, Michy Batshuayi. I've said it before, this guy is powerful, he's fast, and he's young. He has got one hell of a bright season ahead of him, and I'm scared. Chelsea, just like every other team, are going to be a force next year. I will be surprised if one of the big four don't win it next season. I really will, especially when teams are paying £33.2 million for a 21-year-old. GG. That's madness. But to be fair, I can understand where the money has come from. This guy was one of the top goal scorers in League One last season. And being only 22 years of age, this guy has got the whole world in front of him. But now finally on to the biggest signing, possibly, of Manchester United's career is Ibrahimovic. This guy has been waiting to come to the Premier League his whole life. He's played in every other top league possible. He's been the top goal scorer in every other league possible. So, will he do it in the Prem? Already he has scored 4 minutes into his Manchester United debut, and guess what? It was a scissor kick. This guy doesn't score easy goals. Yes, this guy may be in his 30s, but guess what? He's still taking Martial's number off him. That's peak. As much as I hate Manchester United, I am looking so forward to seeing Ibrahimovic play next season. He has forever been one of my favourite players. He's spectacular. He doesn't score normal goals. He's got flair. He's cheeky. He's everything every team wants in a striker. And I would not be surprised if this guy goes flat out and just smashes the league and scores the most goals by at least 5 or 6 next season. Trust me, Ibra seeks to amaze. But there we have it, lads. There is our Transfers Premier League team for next season. It is going to be crazy to see what some of these players can bring to the Premier League. I don't know about you lot, but I've never been so excited for a season in my whole life. I just can't wait to see what's going to happen. Surely Leicester cannot go and do it again. Would one of you risk £1 for Leicester to go and win it again? You'd have to be crazy. You may as well just keep your £1. But like I said, no matter who you support, whether it's Chelsea, whether it's Man City, whether it is Leicester, Arsenal, Man United, your team should be bringing some heat next season. But as usual, lads, I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. If there's a transfer that I missed, if there's a transfer that's gonna happen and you want to tell me about, make sure to leave a comment in the comments below. Right now, I will be reading them. But as usual, lads, I hope you've enjoyed, and I will speak to you all next time. Peace. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, but 15 copies. Fuck. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I promised to give you lot 15 copies of FIFA 17. 15. 15. Fuck. I'm gonna go broke. Now you lot are probably sitting there right now with your willies as hard as possible, licking your fingers, wondering how you enter this competition. So of course, I'm gonna have to tell you how. Now, because I'm a nice guy, I'm